Welcome in, welcome in. This is a very impromptu live. I pulled some Earth oracles because I keep getting wishing. The cover girls wishing on a star, and this is also going out to those um, who you love and you can't be with. It could be someone coming in on your path as well that you've been wishing on a star. A lot of wishing on a star, and a star is a sun. A lot of sun energy, powerful, really strong magnetic energy pull. Right. So this is what came out was Uluru, and the power is real. Creating your own destiny, right? Carrying a greatness from your ancestors into your body and soul. And this is connected to the temple of Isis, the mother. I can be mother. I can heal my relationships in my life. My body is a miracle and can be healed of imbalance. Right? And this like South Pole energy, right? A lot of sun energy. A lot of sun. Something giving birth, I'm telling you, in the South Pole. Something's giving birth. Something's coming. It already is. Like, it's here. All this stuff is here. It's coming through more though. So it has to do with the sun energy. When we just went through a solar eclipse, it shifted a huge frequency in the south. And I don't usually read these upside down. Well, I'm not reading them upside down, but I'm paying attention to why they're upside down, because it would be the south and it has a magnetic pull going on here. So whatever's going on what we call our south pole magnetically is ancient. It's connected to the temple of Isis. And there's no coincidence, because I was shown about some of these, like Table Mountain and certain mountain tops, what we call mountains here, are a connector to other worlds, okay? And you can see the other worlds even in the card, for those who can see. Um, it has to do with clearly the pyramids here, right? This has to do with stars, right? The stars are talking to us. Well, talking to me anyway. We don't resist change. Change can be a creative force. I can build upon my strengths. I feel like there's a more site and locations versus, I mean, you can take the meaning of the card too. Clearly, it's all for your highest vibration here. And I'm going to look into the true meaning of these land sites, because they're being activated right now by Ra. Ra's here. Ra is here. Energetically, scientifically, and physically. Ra is here. All right, so let's just take a quick peek at Uluru. Now, I have the book, but I'm gonna go with whoever did this deck, because they did it for a reason. They were called to do these certain land sites. It's deep with me. Anyway, Australia, okay? Australia. Nothing quite prepares you. So heads up, Australia, for the site of this blood red rock, massive in scale. And I've been picking up on the red rocks in Arizona too, where the Isis's temple is. Anyway, it attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors a year, so that's an energy source, right? Anugu people are the traditional custodials of Uluru, and are the holders of the intricate and complex creation stories that surround this very sacred piece of geography. Geography. These sites are being hit with the sun. All right. There's more than just one sun. Right. There's a portal open as well from this magnet. I'm being shown a magnet. To enlightenment. And I was seeing the magnet right here. The magnet more so, and the pull more so than just a man holding, which is important too. It's definitely like hermit hierophant. Like, you're really doing a lot of soul searching. Like you're deep. You're really deep. Seer, healer, soul evolution. I'm hearing soul evolution. You may feel connection with Ra as well, or Egypt, a lot of us do. South Africa, And this isn't a race thing, this is an energy thing, this is a multi-lifetimes, because we've all been everything here. All right, and we have. So you got to think wider, bigger. This isn't limited thinking here on beyond the spectrum at all. Like this is way past the color of your skin. This is your soul, depths of your soul, right? This is just the vibration we came in on. We are all things at all times to experience this full. We actually helped created. We helped create this place at one time, not this here. Well, we are actually helping to create it, because if you have anything AI, technically we're helping to create it, if you understand that. Even without meaning to. We just are, because society now, there's very few people that don't have a phone or a tablet or some, it's some equipment attached to their body. I grew up in a time where we didn't have that. So I see the shift in how, yes, we shaped this world as well. We assisted anyway, but we're totally being bamboozled, and many of us know that. But anyway, this is about the sun frequency with Ra. More than Ra, though. The wolf is significant, right? The wolf is very significant. Wolf moon, I know we just had that, but we're coming into I think, yeah, we're coming into a full Libra moon. That would be a balance of a magnetic frequency, the scales of Ma'at universally, right down into your individual birth sign, what you came in on. That's why, you come in at a certain date and time. You come in on coordinates to get into this world. And this pole shift is going to, you know, and it's more than just one thing. It's us collectively as well, energetically, physically, spiritually, emotionally, with the energy of this level of suns. I do see Orion here with the three suns, the three kings, which is really the three queens. It's really the three queens. The Amazons co-create rather than confront. Yeah, the collective is definitely going through, and I'm hearing an emotional time. It's an emotional time. It's a shedding. See, we have the snake here, right? It's a shedding. Snake isn't negative all the time. This world likes to do that, but you have to be a little more higher evolved to grasp. This is a frequency hitting certain temples as well. The flower symbolizes a frequency, and through the magnetic field, we're the upside down. It has to do with the sea life. The sea life are being affected. Pay attention to the sea life. This is upside down because of this eclipse. I keep getting shown we're upside down. There's something about us being upside down somehow, some way. Worlds within worlds, get it? Because of the magnetic shift. But also affecting like sea life, the animals, the birds. You'll start noticing. We probably already do notice it. That has to do with the frequency. See, I'm even being shown like a pebble in the pond, like when you put a pebble in the pond like that, and being shown that frequency with the suns. We're being hit with but here's the thing with this though, this world is also hitting this with frequency. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, if you look at the weather map, and some of the channels out there do a great job showing like, the radar of, it's really a battle, but they're like Into Thin Air show, like you can see the energy, like a surge of it, line, you see the lines, it's quickly, it's a battle. It's a battle of energy. It's like turning on I don't know what it was called in The Empire Strikes Back, when they were on the planet Hoth, and the rebels had their satellite, but it was a weapon, their photon thing, like firing up like that. but most wouldn't grasp what I'm saying. You know, you just see it as this is all AI, and that's okay. That's the battle. That's the battle. That's the actual battle. So it's the battle of the sun because we need the sun. We can't live without the sun. And fire brings life. Um, great cosmic balance. I'm hearing great cosmic balance. Hang on. Hang on. So let me go. This is definitely a rock that's connected. The spirit world comes in through. It's a portal. It's not a rock, though. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's part of either the top of a tree or a being, a dragon. It's a tree trunk. Most know that's a tree trunk. It's a fossilized tree trunk. It's how small our trees are, right? Compared to that. Let's look up what this says. And I have been picking up for a while about the red rocks over in Arizona with Robbie in here. And that affects us. That affects you right down into your little 3D world. And it does. But something took place there. And this is just, my the investigator room is who I am. I'm guided over there for a reason. Like, that's a portal to showing what they relabeled the devil's son. That's really not the real name. And I have to remember what the real name is because I just don't subscribe to that whole thing. Like, it just shows you who took over this world. Anyway, the proverbial, but it is a real thing, but that's not what it's called. When energy from above, hits that spot, it's a moment. It's a portal. Condensation starts happening. Clouds start forming out of, what you call clouds start forming out of nowhere, which is really just another world coming through, and lightning starts happening, which brings life through. It's some kind of cosmic gate there. And whatever happened made the red rocks red. And they're not just red because they look pretty. Red has to do with the blood in the battle that was here. That's why they're red. So whether the battle happened right there at that portal, which I feel like yes. Something landed there very large, which I feel yes. But they're red rocks for a reason because of, RBC shed. I'll call it RBCs. You have to be so careful on this platform. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is. The Red Center, near the largest town in Alice Springs. It's sacred indigenous Australians, and it's thought to have it started forming about 550 million years ago within the national parks. You notice these national parks, and national parks for a reason. They're sacred sites. They have something they don't want the regular folk knowing. I just want to see if anything else sticks out to me. Sandstone, called Acros, which is rich in feldspar. I don't know if you ever noticed, but a lot of limestone, a lot of paranormal activity happens around a lot of limestone. It's a conductor for the paranormal and supernatural. Feldspar, that's why it's the old, well, it's not really the house. Well, it can be the house that's haunted, but it's usually the land. But something to do with that like certain areas of each country actually has supernatural portals and paranormal activity more than in another spot, even though that spot could have it too. Like, a lot of people are having some serious paranormal activity. I can't tell you how many in just the past few days have been reaching out for help in 6 different ways to Sunday on looking for a paranormal team. And a legit, real paranormal team. For they are experiencing stuff that they've never thought they would experience in their life. People don't go around thinking they're going to experience this stuff. And they are freaked out. And, when you're freaked out, you really want help. And with anything in life, right? But the paranormal, but you just got to be careful out there. You just do with who you have come out, and they shouldn't charge you either, by the way. If you don't know that, no paranormal team should ever charge. No. Offer them a cup of coffee, absolutely. Water, but no. They're there to do the research, they're there to help you. And that's just the way, that's like kind of the golden rule, if you will. Doesn't, you know. But more paranormal activity is an uptick due to things that are coming into this world. So something to do, Isis's temple here is being activated, and that would be in Arizona, and maybe there's one out there in Egypt too. But either way, it's opening up this portal here. Is how I'm seeing this. It's shown, well, it's how I'm being shown. It's opening up this portal for the spirit world, angels, to come through, and these are at sacred sites, not just these other sacred sites all over the world. Each, you know, if you will, continent, dragon, or creature, like we're on the turtle over here in America. You know, we're the turtle. Just look at the map of it, we're the turtle. The natives knew that. It's just after their generation was taken out, the story got changed, and it just did. It just got changed. People didn't realize they were on Turtle Island anymore. Anyway, and it talks about, I believe in the Gnostic text, or I forget where, but Roger was talking about it on Mount Falso University, which is connected to what I'm talking about right here. The 7 dragons that fell through the portal here, and were on, which the land we live on. The spirit coming through. A lot of spirit coming through. Armor up. As I'm not saying you're not, but I'm just getting a lot of armor up. There are really things coming through that can actually take over you. Not to put fear in anybody, but yeah, I'm getting portal all over the place here. Look at portal. Look at this. Portal upside down. Portal, flower of life, frequency, sound, tone, water, reflection, other side, something being revealed through the sky. See how it looks like, it looks like water right here, rippled water. My right ear is ringing. The courage to live in heaven on earth, as above, so below. Being aware that some things must fall apart to be reborn, as one would wish. A rebirth is seriously happening here with Passover. This is big. Circles, something about the circles being activated. The sacred sites, the crop circles are a frequency. And they can be activated. They're not just there and done with, and you take a picture of it and you try to figure out what it is. It's always pulsating a frequency. That's why it stays the way it stays. And it's like an energy, it's like a power coin here. And they can tap into it and activate it. For whatever that star map, sky map, whatever you want to, what you call a crop circle is. Whatever that signature is for what the picture shows, for that to go on. I'm picking up on that. A lot of activation here. A lot of activation. Okay? Birth, death, rebirth, creation, and balance. The scales of Ma'at, Cambodia, is significant. Okay, it's the largest religious complex on Earth. It's ancient Khmer city that has been a center of truly sacred geometry. Okay, that makes sense to me. And geography for thousands of years. That's being activated. And on UNECEO's World Heritage Sites is considered one of the greatest wonders of the world. Its sublime beauty, energy, and importance, originally dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu, it is now the Buddhist center that does not reject its historical amness. A lot of stuff with ancestors here being here. This is truly a place where Hinduism and now Buddhism meet with power and grace. Something skyscraping temples. Complex was built in the earthy representation on Mount Meru. I knew it was going to say that. The home of the gods and the sacred beings of the devas, as it is a representation of heaven on earth. It is a place of symmetry, mathematical perfection, and storytelling. The mythos begin with the metaphorical look at creation with the Vishnu gateway. The central tower temple is a representation of Mount Meru surrounded by smaller mountains bound and turned by oceans, pond-like moats. The earthly continents, the lower courtyards, all of this rich metaphorical architecture in one area. To walk the grounds is to walk the footsteps of the royals and the shamans and priests, the monks and generations of devotees, and dance among the beauty-winged apsaras. Anyone interested in experience a place of power should try immersing themselves in a kind of elemental energy contained in Angkor Wat. That's interesting. It's also an incredible place. I probably botched that, but it's an incredible place to meet the Cambodians themselves, who are renowned for their friendliness and resilience, and who are fiercely proud of their site. So you have more guidance. So what I'm getting from this, along with what it just said, earth, air, fire, water, clearly it just backs up the more we're being hit with this energy and what to do with it for you. I'm not saying you don't know what to do with it, but just guidance and suggestion, because it's intense. It's an intense level. Troy, I just saw Troy. The tail. Personal, okay, so we have a personal relationship with the patron guides, and I am the result of love throughout the ages. I am awakened to my own value and purpose. And you're stepping into that. The collective is out. You're stepping into that. I'm picking up on the collective. That's really stepping into. You understand who you are. You have your values. You're real. This is really high ascension. Like, that's not even the way to say it. Like, you're really very spiritual. Like, very, 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 very spiritual. Choices and decisions you do are based off a spirit, your soul. I'm hearing the word specifically, like spiritual principles. This is another experience in a portal here. You may see it, you may not, but when you walk, as you're walking through your own daily life, a shift is happening with a lot of us here because of this energy being here. This sun, it's a magnet, the South Pole, which does have Lucifer's telescope, like that's being activated. They already have CERN on. I feel it. They have more than just that on. They have a lot of energy running right now at a level. And along with the magnetic pole, because this Nibiru being here, which is a real thing, and Ra being here, which is a real thing. It's not a myth. That's a magnetic pull. That's a magnet. We're on a magnet. We're a magnet. Your heart beats. What do you need to restart your heart? A magnet, right? To jolt it. Electric. You need electricity for your magnet to get it pumping again, to get it beating again. These temples are being activated. The Temple of Isis. Okay, so I want to just go back to the Palanquin. Located in the green heart of wet tropical jungle, Palanquin is perhaps one of the most studied in the Mayan sites. The Mayan sanctuary of the classical period was at its height influence of 500 AD and 700 AD, when its power extended through the basin of the Usumacinta River, Usumacinta River. Here we go with the waters. Waters above, waters below. Frequency. When accessing the energy, the way the energy flows, at the sun, animals, water, and the genius Loki is not just around one building, but around the whole site. Imagine how the people themselves felt about walking through or living through such buildings of artwork. Images offered by the king to his subjects was an important way of communication. Communication coming in, ancient communication. Some of you may be getting some significant, like, ancient downloads, or a deeper understanding. Ra is here. I mean, the signs are there. It's there scientifically. We have 2 heads, 2 skulls. written on the wall. See how they're being seen through the sun? See, the sun is there, but they're being seen through the sun at the veil. It has to do with the veil, the writing on the wall. Something's being read from the sacred site. These are like almost, I'm getting shown like these would be signs of like a musical note. We don't hear it, maybe we do, but like the birds are a musical note, the wind is a musical note in this world, musical note is a musical note. Something to do with, I'm being shown that with these lines, which I'm also seeing earthquakes, but with the sun, like it's hitting these sacred sites to play like a song, to play like a song with the magnet. And it's, and many are rising, many brothers and sisters are rising up to another level. And it's, I'm hearing it's not a walk in the park. It's not, but it's growth. It's not that it's like, it's not a walk in the park. It's, you've been through a lot. You understand, you've seen a lot, you've been through a lot. Most people don't see the things that some people see on their journey. Depending on where you live, clearly every place is going to be different. Some people aren't exposed to, I'm hearing the word such trajectory. I literally hearing trajectory, which would be profound. I'm getting more like farm versus city. Someone from the farm would be shocked from the city, and I'm getting a lot about city. I'm hearing the city lights, something to do with the city lights. And I think for those of you who understand what the city lights are the city lights and what they reveal. Interesting. Yeah, Temple of Isis came out again. Isis is here. Sekhmet and Ra. I mean, if Ra is here, I can't stop saying that. So that means Sekhmet is here. Isis would be here. Osiris would be here. They came through the. I'm hearing Lilith's moon. Okay, that's interesting. This was like this last eclipse was like a Lilith. Something to do with Lilith. I wasn't even thinking of Lilith, so there's that. But I'm hearing it more like the first woman. Like, it's more not the story I'm hearing. Not the story. It's about being the first woman. Divine feminine rising. And I'm saying embrace Lilith. Some of you think Lilith's very negative. I don't subscribe, I don't subscribe to Lilith. I understand who Lilith is very much, and we're just going to leave it at that. I'll leave my opinions on the side. You believe what you want. There's some spiritual aspect of her here on a supernatural scale, okay? Some feel that she is the morning star. She is the master shapeshifter. And we have seen, personally, I've seen her in a lot of things. So, but that's, I'm trying to remove my opinions out of this. And just allow this. It has to do with the Sirius star right now. And the dog star. I'm seeing the ram, because we're in ram. We're in Aries. We're in ram, the fire. So we're in, Neptune is in Aries it's in fire for the next, I think, 14 years. Lot of significant going on. Civil soul rising, shifting divine feminine rising, divine masculine rising, just a divine rising. The Tios, yeah, we are one. Exercise self-care, care for my community, and there is no one spiritual path but many. Your soul knows the way home. Your soul knows the way home. Machu Picchu. I knew you were going to come out. Machu Picchu. Look at, there's an activation over there. Look at this. Maybe something might even be captured over there in Machu Picchu. But I'm being shown like another world rolling over this activation site. It's like a portal. Like, it's a portal. It's a window. It's rolling through it. There may be lightning here. But I'm being shown like if you a looking glass, like you could another world, right, going through. The looking glass. Something about maybe about Project Looking Glass. And we're back to the snake, the Amazon. Interconnected. That's divine feminine energy. That's also Kundalini energy. There's way more to it than just it's negative. Than it's Lucifer. You know, it's not. Co-create rather than confront. Someone may be conforming. Yeah, upside down. Someone is dealing with a snake. Oh, excuse me on that. That definitely true. Some of you are dealing with a snake. But that's not the, I get more divine feminine energy. Someone is conforming here. Maybe trapped. See that? See how the stick is alive too, you know. And see how she's like someone maybe you're not even paying attention to what you're with a snake. I'm getting that too. Like you're too busy looking the other way. I don't know, pointing your finger someplace else, whoever that's for. Dealing with I don't know, a snake. I'm also hearing opposites attract. That was interesting. But more the divine. If someone's conforming to somebody else, it's a stick. I'm getting like this. Whoever this is they're like a stick. I'm seeing a monkey too. Like a performing monkey to distract you. I'm getting a lot of that, like the monkey that goes has the little symbol. I don't know why I'm picking up on that, but I am. Like a distraction. Interesting. But there is growth here with the limbs. Someone could be conforming, but divine feminine really shedding, and divine masculine, but the Kundalini awakening is another level. Your back could be bothering you. You could be having headaches. You could be sleeping a lot. You know, clearly consult a physician. But the Kundalini, it's just another soul activation. Anything else? Delphi. Receive divine messages constantly and clearly. I look for the truth in any situation. I know myself. The power comes from inside. And here's the arrow. A lot of, again, not every picture has the sun in it. A lot of sun energy here. Portal energy. Magnetic. I'm getting Passover. I see the Native Americans here. That arrow. There's a few things with this arrow. The arrow is connected to the Archangel Michael. This also is a balance, the scales of Ma'at. The arrow is also connected to Artemis. The arrow is also connected to Troy, the Achilles, and I did say Michael, connected to Michael when the arrow is seen, and the sachems, and the guardians of this earth. But I'm really getting the balance and the balance in the crux. There is a constellation, the crux. At Passover, a sign being seen. There's a big sign here. There's signs everywhere. Like it is like screaming signs. Like you know, besides a plane going by with a little ribbon, I don't know. There's a lot of signs here. Magnetic South Pole. It is acceptable not to know. Mystery is part of life. Acceptance. Allow me to begin to grow. Huge spiritual growth here. A lot of you are connecting in with your ancient ancestors through meditation, prayer. I don't know, whoever you are, you maybe do. I don't mean like do Buddha, but like you practice Buddha. You practice. It may not be actually Buddha though. It's a way. I'm hearing it's a way, a peaceful way, right? The peaceful warrior. I'm picking up on a peaceful warrior here. Excuse you. What are you doing? Ancient I'm seeing ancient ink, ancient tattoo. Maybe someone has an ancient tattoo here, or a tattoo of an ancient. But I feel like however this tattoo is, it's done old, the old way. The like you can't like Cambodia, like they tap 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 tap. Like somebody has, I don't know, whoever's watching has tattoo like that. Something to do with ancient downloads. Ra's here, Ra hides behind the fake. What light? Gastonbury. Magic flows through my life. Yeah, magic. These is. I'm getting a lot of, and then again, not every card is the moon. It has the sun, so a lot of sun energy, a lot of Ra. Magnetic North Pole, the pole shift. Well, icebergs breaking. It's sad what I see. I don't want to talk about it. All right, it's really sad what I see. Do I want to focus? It's this eclipse. It's a big shift that just happened, and it's going to to balance itself out. To balance itself out. It's going to create havoc. What we would, well, what we're going to see is havoc. But we're part of the great design, the grand design. So fear nothing. The pathway is there for some of you who are looking for the pathway through. It's there. You may be feeling kind of stagnant. You're going, look, so the collective's going through a lot of Goba Tepe. All right, so again, be careful with attachments. I keep picking up. Please be careful with. I mean, just do the best you can. Nobody, just be careful with attachments. Prayers are powerful. Learn how to protect your light and your energy. Things are coming in this world. This is a lot of sun. There's a lot of gateway open here. We're being hit with this light, this sound, this tone, this frequency from these magnetic stars, sun. There is a sun given birth, and I feel that's us because we're the dormant star. 4 suns have already been seen. I mean, some would say, well, because we're on a flat earth, and I'm not disagreeing with any of that stuff at all, because I already understand kind of what we're in. But there is these signs for a reason of the 4 suns. I think some of them are moons. They're like yellow moons, not suns. Or maybe they're all suns. I feel the Orion constellations are a lot freaking closer than when we look up in the sky and see it the way it is. I'm just going to be real with you. And it appears to us on certain horizons. And that's, whether it's a mirroring, I don't know, I don't care. It's multiple suns, multiple moon, whatever it is, it's multiple. And no, I don't believe for a second that the moon can go in front of the sun or the sun can go make an eclipse. No, it makes no sense because they both rise in the east. Like, seriously. Even though the moon's been all over the place, if anyone's been paying, my peeps pay attention to that stuff, the moon's been all over the place since 2008. Started in like 2008, 2009. Started rolling, tilting a little bit, a little off, rising different times, setting different times, like things would start. That's like the second hand on a clock to move us through whatever this energy we live in, this frequency we live in, this vibration we live in that we call Earth, the bones we live in, and to move us through. So I do see how that could be possible too, but no. There's something, something else clearly was, and it's a ritual the heavens use and the fallen ones use, and they call it an eclipse. It makes no sense. How can something that rises in the east, both rise in the east and set in the west, cross each other? I mean, that's like kindergartner stuff. You can't. So that means something else is here, and they're allowing, it's a portal, and they're letting things in. It's some kind of ritual, and then they do some kind of weird, creepy thing that we're not going to get into right now, but it changes the energy here. But an opening of a way coming through, and they are coming through the plasma, the spirit world. The spirit world is in our world. And if you find it hard to believe that a spirit can attach to you, wake up, please, and hear me, because they tell you, like, I just actually saw an excellent example of it with Beyonce and how I remember Beyonce when she was on Destiny's Child, and I don't know why I'm using her as but because it's a good example actually, and she loved Jesus and she loved God and she thanked Jesus and things, and she thanked God, for she was like nothing without God, up on the stage winning her awards. To then she met Jay-Z, all right, and whatever weirdo dark shit he does, because we all know he does, and that's just the industry. And then she came up with Sasha Fierce. Like, that's not an alternate freaking personality. I've shown pictures of her. It's a demon in her, right? They call upon these demons. The Vatican opened up 5 portals. So these things are here. So we have to be really careful. I mean, I take it, really serious. You just don't know. You just don't know. You're dealing with a world you can't really see. But we're starting to see it more and more. Don't get me wrong, but like, I'm not trying to freak anybody out or scare anybody. But if you're in a low vibration, this is why it's so important to work on yourself, because you don't want to be in a low vibration, right? Like, I was, talking in another video and speaking on like those in active addictions, right? God bless them. I pray for their souls, and I do. I pray for every soul that's here, for your soul, that it rises up. Period. It's that simple. I have no intention. It's just love, and all the souls here rise up. Wake up. It's time to wake up. Because there's darkness here that will manipulate you. It will use you. It will abuse you. It will take you out. That is very real. That is very real. And psychic attacks are very real. And you have to be smart. Armor up with your prayers. Valentino, leave that alone. Seriously, dude. It's very serious. We're showing you supernatural in the world. For those who are for show, go right now. Listen, dude. Go out the door. Go, boy. Sorry. Take care of my little buddy for a second. You'll see people change. People who are out on the street. Those of you who live more in the city and stuff, you see it. You see people on the street. They're getting spiritual attachments. And they'll try to touch you. And you just got to be really careful. Believe or don't, it's all good with me. You do you, boo-boo. But this is the message that's coming through with this frequency, this magnetic shift with Earth, Kai, Pachamama, has to do with Isis. I'm getting the Mecca, all right, the Mecca, a serious pulse here. It's a serious pulse. It's a pulse. Look at it. It's a pulse happening. I keep getting guided back to the early 1800s when radio waves went up. That's why radio waves went up. And they they came up with the radio, and that affected the body. The Mecca. Like something has a great surge to it that doesn't feel natural. And then I feel the natural. There's a difference. There's a difference from the true sun and a pulsation of something not the sun, which they have the neutron star here. And they do. It's a battle of the stars, or what we call stars. See, it's an opening of a way. It's a portal in the upside down, using the tree of life, maybe the God particle. I'm really picking up on this. This is interesting. The Notre Dame. We know that lightning already struck that. Something future. It says angels are there. Look at, I don't know if you can see in the card. Right here. There's spiritual beings at these sites. But remember, they went in to save the crown of thorns. Because they're rising, they're resurrecting. Whether you believe it or not, this is just, I don't know, this is just what I'm going to say, and take it or leave it. So, 3 days would be 3,000 years from heaven to here. It's 3,000 years. A year is 1,000 years in the heavenly realms. That's very true. And Christ rose in 3 days. So something about is connected to that. And I'm being shown these sunflowers as crowns, like the crowns. I don't know, I'm just documenting that. Using the matter to come through. I trust God. I trust this is a sign. We were shown before you even came here. For those who truly remember, before you came here, and not because a book told you and this world told you, before you'll remember before you came here the signs, what to pay attention to, and your soul will remember. Heck, sometimes when you forget, and your soul remembers, it'll sit you down. It'll sit you down, and you start questioning a lot of things, a lot. It is not for the faint of heart, the spiritual level. It's not. So take this or leave this, but this is just what I'm picking up on with this frequency. And I just wanted to document it. These sacred sites are being hit with frequencies. Could be more storms and earthquakes there because it's a battle of energy. All right, it's a battle of energy. I'm getting bullseye with that. So that it's, unbeknownst to many, it's a battle of energy. Fairy circles, we're back to this. These sites are being activated. Another world being seen in the upside down. See? See how that's a mountain? It's dormant. This is dormant. That is not. We're in a dormant sleep state in this world. Snow caps and stone, which is bone. The true light coming through. And, or it could just be a big old illusion, you know? Use your discernment. Mount Email. This is, for some of you, it's like a shamanic journey. You're going through this shamanic journey. Big time. Go by Tepe's here. That has to also do with Gabriel. Gabriel was part of that. Gabriel's been coming through a lot. See how the compass is upside down? Portals. Compasses are connected. Look at this. I'm being shown this. Compasses are connected to portals. That's how. If you ever want to know if you have a portal in your house, get a little compass. If it's not spinning around, you got a portal in your house. See, and the activation on our hands. I'm hearing the finger of God, though. It's something that they're doing something with the God particle, with the neutron star. They are. Oh, I didn't mean to rhyme. Look at, I rhymed. They are. Look at. They're doing something with the God particle, with the neutron star. Create an imbalance. See, upside down now. And I don't usually read these. I'll never actually read these upside down. Machu Picchu. Got two worlds. They're doing something really big here. Look at this. Coming through the portal. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. The battle begins, eh? My favorite place. So these sacred sites, there's ancient things happening, spiritual, supernatural things happening. Those are for the ones who really walk with me. I get this isn't going to be for everybody. I truly understand that, and personally, I'm okay with it. I know who will understand what I'm talking about. These sacred sites, there's supernatural beings, they're the spiritual ghosts, whatever you're comfortable using. Okay, they're there, and they're being activated. And these the four horsemen of the apocalypse, but also Christ. The horse of a different color, I'm hearing. The horse of a different color. Those who rise up to meet. I'm hearing like those who rise up to meet him. It's not like because you're bowing down. It's a vibration. Everything is about this is a vibration one must attain to get there. Death Valley. Yes, Death Valley. Something is taking place on these lands. I know it. 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 Death Valley. My stomach's gonna gurgle because I just drank water. And my internet is super slow. Hold on a second. Seriously. The hottest, driest, lowest national park. Why do I feel like that's in Texas? Oh, it's in California. I'm getting the Badlands or something like that in Texas. Something about those two areas. Which, you know what, in all honesty, it's kind of perfect. If you want to come to Earth and you're an angel, like, for real, if you're a warrior in another space and time, which clearly is real, that's where I'd come so no one would see me. Where no one's going to be. Which would be the hottest, driest, and lowest national parks. National parks, national parks. All over the Mojave Desert in Nevada. And that brings us right back to Red Rocks for me. Something's taking place on all these sites I just shown. And probably more, but these are the ones that came through. Portals being open, horses coming through, warriors, spirit world. Coming through, energetic frequency, vibration, sound, tone, and frequency, because with Ra and here, with Ra here, have something to do with clearly Ra here. I don't know, I'm not a scientist or anything, but with Ra here, shifts the frequency, clearly. And it breaks down the walls, I'm hearing. It breaks down the walls for those to see, for those to come through. Like it weakens the veil between worlds. This is that great convergence where the weakening has happened between the worlds, so other worlds can come into, why they would want to come into this world. Because believe me, the higher vibrational, they don't want to, it's heavy coming into this realm. It hurts them. It actually hurts them. They don't really want to come into this world, but it's something to do with our energy rising. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. It's just, I'm just seeing it through vibrations, like vibrations meeting up and vibrations forming. You know, this is how our bodies are formed, is through vibration. You know, we're amazing, but like, if we had no vibration, we wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Or maybe you don't, but that's how I'm God showing me that through my third eye, to understand how things can walk through this world. Because I have pictures, and I can back up everything I'm saying for those of you in the back peeking in the bushes, of a spirit world coming through our world, using the physical matter, latching in. It's all documented. I'm meant to do that, so I do it. And I'm learning and understanding what I'm documenting is really significant and profound. And it's not just me documenting it. You have, I don't even know how many people out here who are filming all this level of, and not just sky either, like this through the realms, just through they're just strange and unusual stuff, people acting strange, whatever they're guided to film. It's a whole other level, because it has to have a host. Spirit has to have a host to be in this world. That's why I say armor up. So because they're doing something really big. Enough to flip a star, to activate a star, flip a star. This is a star. An activation of a star. An activation of a star with Ra. And then it's affecting clearly the magnetic poles, which would bring us to the scales of Ma'at, the great cosmic scales, the temple of Isis, which is a sound, a tone, a vibration, a frequency, a feeling, an emotion, shift in perspective, consciousness, especially if you feel some kind of connection with Isis. These are ancient sites that are absolutely being activated. Oh, wow, this is a big deal. I don't know. I'm glad I got this message. Thank you, God. I really appreciate it. I don't know what I just said, so I have to listen back, because that was really just channeling through what's meant to come through. It's connected to the Red Rocks, the Mojave Desert, places where a lot of people, it might actually be documented, where a lot of people are gonna see. I'm getting guided to this. I don't know what movie it was, but it had Christopher Walken in it, and he was an angel, a fallen angel. Actually, no, I think he played like Gabriel, and I was kind of pissed at that because I felt that was the worst depiction of Gabriel. I could be wrong though, but I've seen Gabriel not depicted well, and it really bothers me because that's not the truth of the matter. Um, he plays an angel anyway, and I don't know. It's like, but it takes place in the desert, where not a lot of people would bear witness. Even though they need a witness, they don't want a lot of people bear witnessing. But it's a level a lot of people are bearing witness, because a lot of people are capturing them in the veil and all over the world. So this is the time. Remember, UFOs didn't exist, and now they do. So anyway, I keep getting, yeah. This has come out like 5 or 6, 7 times. I kid you not. Probably like 10 I've been shuffling. The Temple of Isis. Let's look her up real quick before I wrap this up. And I know they're gonna say it's over in Egypt. It's not. Well, again, there could be one over there clearly, but it's in Arizona, which is Egypt. For people in the back peeking in the bushes. Pompeii. Pompeii. Isis of Pompeii. We'll go with it. Recently I came across a master thesis that, while it didn't tell me much new, did remind me of the charming Isis temple in Pompeii, which is the only Italian Isis temple left. This is significant for whatever reason I don't know yet. I had a chance to visit many years ago. The city considers themselves Isaacs. Isaacs, meaning they're connected to Isis. We all know about Pompeii. If you don't know, everything just got stuck in time for the level of volcano that went off. So being buried in volcanic ash. There was an earthquake over there. Vesuvio eruption following 179 CE. The earthquake had rattled down a lot of Pompeii structures. And the Temple of Isis was so well preserved, it considered the most well preserved building in Pompeii. I'm just trying to see what sticks out here. Not much. If it does, I'll post it. I'm going to look in Arizona, I'll say. Arizona. The mountains are calling. Yeah, they are. They really, really are. Pinoche Park. Mojave Desert. That's really not that far from there, realistically. I'm just listening and trying to find if it says anything historical or maybe even in the right article. Anyway, the Temple of Isis, you can look that up for whatever resonates with you. I feel like you connect to the goddess Isis. Most of you do. Mother's milk. She carries mother's milk. She's connected to the Great Mother. There's more to it. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. And it has to do with the red rocks. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. That's all. I don't know. I'm just going to leave that as the Temple of Isis. And, whatever, if you're guided to it, you look it up. And if I come across something, I'll share it. If I feel it's connected to this. It usually would be. But it has to do, again, with the sun god Ra being here. See this sun, right? And then see that sun. You see the difference, the different texture coming into different textures is how I'm seeing that. So I'm going to end that there. Thanks for being here. Let me check the chat. I never look at the chat until the end. Oh, well, thanks for summing up my reading. I appreciate it. Hi, Mindy. Something with somewhere in time. Let's look that up. I love you guys, but I don't look at the chat. And when I'm channeling. It's whatever's supposed to come out. Somewhere, I do remember somewhere. Yes, let's look that up. Somewhere in time. We're somewhere in time, all right. Oh, oh, I just really was picking up on, what the fuck was that movie? Oh my God, I know, again, being shown it for a reason. Um, Remember Me, I think it is, with Sally Field. It's her husband dies. Something to do with a ghost. I don't know if someone's having experiences with a ghost or something, but I'm picking up on. I trust what my guys show me. Whether it makes sense to somebody, I don't know. But where? Come on, where is it? I'm pretty sure that was the name of Remember Me. With Jeff Bridges, I think it was. I mean, Bridges is significant. Everything's a sign that I'm saying. Everything is a sign that I'm saying. Kiss Me Goodbye. Is it Kiss Me Goodbye? Yes, Kiss Me Goodbye. Really? That was the name of it? Huh. Anyway, she sees the ghost of her ex and haunts her, and something. Maybe you're being haunted by an ex. Maybe you have an ex that's or an ex partner that is in the spirit world, and you're getting messages because that's significant. This come through for a reason, especially being about the spirit world, somewhere in time. Let's look up the overview of that. 1980 American romantic fantasy drama. John Barry, Roger Williams. Hold on. You want to know the overview of it? What's the point of Somewhere in Time? Wants us to share its sweeping romantic idealism about love, so great that it spanned decades and violated the sanctity of time itself. Love transcends through all space and time. True divine love, it really does. It really does. And this world has distorted it terribly. And this isn't like I'm a prude. Television shows, movies have distorted what love is so bad. The people, women and men, have come to be okay being in narcissistic relationships and thinking that that's just the way it is, or they settle for less. Both parties, you know what I mean, not just one of them. They just settle for less. Some people think violence is love, which is messed up because movies show us that. They romanticize like it, and I'm not like being a prude. It's just facts. Like I mean, back in the day with the soap operas, people are hopping back in the sack with everybody. And the most screwed up part about it is these people went home to their real husbands and wives. Hey, how was your day? It was great. I got to lay in bed with another guy, making pretend I'm making love. Who? Come on now. Come on now. That is a twisted way of showing what love is, and cheating becoming some kind of normal that people stay in a relationship because they can think they can fix it and whatever. That's free will and your choice, but it ultimately usually doesn't work out because most people, they cheat for a reason because they cheat for a reason. They're liars, cheats, or thieves, or there's a reason. There's always a reason. And I don't know. It's just something I'm picking up on here in the collective. Something's going on out there. But it's about setting the tone for a low vibrational of what love is. Oh, just very distorted through television and movies. Very distorted. Thank you, God. Thank you for that one. Very distorted. Very rarely do you see or read, even in a book, a good love story that's balanced. Because that's a real thing. Love can be balanced. You don't treat someone like crap that you love. You just don't do stuff like that. Um, and the society in general has become okay with that. I mean, the, the things that happen today when I was growing up wasn't happening. And it was highly I don't want to say it wasn't happening, rephrase that. It wasn't like it is today. And it's become socially acceptable with violence and murder on television, and R, the A, the rest of it, P, the rest of it become, they put it on TV to desensitize society and children, that they think that, I don't want to say they think it's okay, but like, that should never be, that's not a normal thing. That's not a normal thing. And somehow that's become, well, we know why, this normal way of what people think a relationship is. So God bless you if you are in a very loving, balanced, caring, connection. That's beautiful. Um, Unfortunately, most of society, what they think is love isn't really love. To most people, it wouldn't. You know what I mean? It's not love. It's accepting really messed up behavior and calling it love and slapping a new label on it. And those, a lot of you are committed to yourself. You're very committed to yourself and your spiritual growth. Um, I'm not saying some of you aren't in a connection, but some of you who are not in a connection, you're not one looking for a connection. One will come on your path, and it will, and it'll be the right vibration, because one might come on your path too that might test your vibration. So be careful of that too. Take that, whoever that resonates with, to show you what you have to still work on for yourself, to whatever, get to your next spiritual level. But some of you, because first of all, you're not looking forward at all. You focus on yourself, you're committed to yourself and your spiritual journey and your quest on this path, and etc., etc. For some of you, you are aligning with the person that you actually came in here with. And that is definitely not going to, unfortunately, be for everybody. Or maybe it is for everybody, but this is, I don't know. I'm not getting like a huge crowd of people like this. I don't know who it's for, but you'll know it because it'll happen to you and you'll be living it. So God bless you. I hope this makes sense. If it's not, doesn't, that's okay too. This is what I was picking up on Mother Earth and how it's affecting us, the collective, and what's going on. It's the message that came out, and it has to do with the neutron star, Ra being here, and the magnetic frequency that's hitting us heavy in the battle of this world with the spirit world, and the spirit world walking into our world, and how that affects us right down into our 3D world. So you all have a beautiful night. Peace out. Back in the day. Oh, yeah, I see that too. 7-7-10. Thank you for putting the post in that. When the woman stayed home. Yes, the soap opera. Sorry, back to the soap operas. Yes. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Don't get me wrong. I like to watch certain ones when I was a teenager because they had the younger, people my age with a storyline. But like realistically, it was just like, and I used to say like, aren't they married to other people in real life? Like what? It's just a weird concept. That's a really upside down concept of acting. Give you permission to cheat because you're making, about $8 million a film. Give me a break. That's selling your soul. They lost their moral compass. I don't care who you are. There's no way you would ever be comfortable with your man or your woman, go into a job, playing house, and acting like you're married and have a baby with some. That's such a screwed up concept. No wonder why, and I'm not blaming, well, yeah, I kind of am. No wonder why, some of these people go out and have multiple kids with multiple people, because even though it's still a template out there, it's still some kind of screwed up template that got imprinted into the frequency of this place. Whether you watched it or not, it was in a movie, everything. It was in everything. Pick a freaking movie, pick a song, anything, a video, and pick it. It's all cheating, law, just law. It's just it is what it is. It's not the right construct of what love truly is. Such a distortion here. So, um, someone doesn't treat you right, listen to your instincts always. Trust your own soul, right? Don't let anyone manipulate you or convince you and talk you out of what your soul. And we all go through it, and we do. That's called spiritual growth and soul growth when we realize this stuff, and we don't allow it anymore. But you got some out there that are going through it, and they're not listening to their instincts and whatever, they're going through their soul journey. But always trust your instincts over, sometimes you got to make really tough choices of head over heart decision. That is not easy. And if I did a spread right now, I'm sure that would come out about making, and it's about where you're at on your journey, right? And making a head over heart decision, and that is not easy, and it's not for the faint of heart. But sometimes you just gotta, people who are not healthy, you have to step away from for your own soul growth, because some of you, like, write it down into your own families, just don't have good intention for you. They they gossip about you. It's a thing. You're isolated from your family because they're rude, disrespectful, they gossip, they show no respect, and or whatever the case, you just don't align anymore. Whatever the case may be, you just don't align anymore. There's a level of you know you're at different frequencies, put it that way, and it just doesn't align right now. Will it ever? Who knows? But at the right now, with this level of surgeon going up, like I was saying, that magnet trying to pull you back, do you want to go back into a low frequency, or do you want to keep going forward in whatever that is for you? Because it's clearly going to be different for everybody, but honoring who you are, right? And that attitude of gratitude, and no, I don't know, like, just really honoring who you are and what your path is about, and getting to know you, and not being afraid to get to know you, and being comfortable with you. That is the soul journey, versus there's some out there that are in narcissistic relationships right now, and that's either going to shut out or it's going to keep looping through. I don't know if there's any in between with that. So there's a lot of shifts and changes happening, so hang on. But armor up, and I say that so seriously. Please armor up. There are things walking in this world. Just because you cannot see them does not mean they're not there, and that they cannot connect to you. Okay? Peace, love, and light, everybody.